First of all, what an amazing day it has been. Really want to give a big special thanks to Pathway to Hope and Evelyn. I had no idea that you guys were doing this much amount of work in my hometown, in my homeland. I am a native of Lagunav. I am a native of where we just toured at around here. I left here when I was fairly young, so I wouldn't say I was privileged to leave, unlike the other kids, but I left here when I was fairly young to go to the States. Now, coming back here, my first trip back was last year, and that's when I met Evelyn, and that's when I seen like some of the work that they were doing. Today really blew my mind, and it really gave me a whole different perspective of how I want to live my life and what I want to do with my life. Let me start. Guys, not everybody is always as privileged as us, and we know that. We know that there are third world countries in the world. But what Pathway to Hope is doing here in Lagunav is absolutely amazing. Today I had the opportunity to go visit at least 5 or 6 schools. And in the midst of me visiting these schools, and in the midst of me just meeting the directors of the school, meeting the teachers of the school, just looking at some of the standards that the school have, looking at some of the classrooms, looking at some of the hallways, looking at where the food is being prepped at, looking at the materials that the kids has, guys, not only did it blow my mind, it didn't blow my mind because they had all of these things, it blew my mind because we're in the 21st century. And it brought tears to my eyes when I'm listening to these directors tell me that it's been 2 years since the government of Lagunav have helped them to do anything for these kids. These kids, they don't have any books. These kids don't even have simple things as chalk to write on the board with. You know, they're still using black chalkboards, and they don't even have chalk to write on the boards with. When these kids, you have to remember, these kids, they no longer have to pay for school because the government is no longer giving aid to the schools. So now what's going on is, we have a situation to where, of course, we know that the kids need education because thanks to the directors, they know that they just can't give up on them. But they're so limited to the amount of work that they're able to do. The directors don't even have money to pay themselves, okay? So a lot of the stuff that they have are stuff that has been donated from these world organizations, but let's not say it's a lot of stuff, it's very minimal. For example, today, talking to one of the professors, and this really brought tears to my eyes, that he didn't have simple materials as charcoal to be able to cook food for the kids for the next day in order for them to go to school. That's when we went. I had to go visit my grandma, so me, Evelyn, and the rest of us went to go visit my grandma, and she had an extra bag of charcoal, so we was able to grab that charcoal, and I'm so happy that we were able to bring it back to that school. Now that might be minimal in our eyes, but to that professor, it's a huge, huge deal. Guys, Pathway to Hope is really, they have a slogan that says "Live in Lagunav." That means wake up Lagunav. Like, this is my homeland, this is my home country, and I can't thank you guys enough for all that you're doing and all that you're going to continue to do. I hope that God really sends blessings to everybody that's watching this video right now. Let me get serious with you guys. I hope that it really touches your heart through the pictures that you're going to see, through the kids that you're going to meet. I don't want you to just think that whether it's 50 cents, whether it's a penny, but not even money-wise, just the aid that you're able to do. If you're able to buy a plane ticket and just come here for yourself and see, because me, I don't really want to ask anybody for anything. I want you to come see what needs to be done, because sometimes there are things that need to be done that money can't do. You know, sometimes your presence of just being here with the kids and with the people is going to speak for itself. I mean, I can go on for days, guys, and go on and on and on and talk about it, but listen, do me a favor, keep following Evelyn, follow the pages, follow the websites, follow the pictures, and if anywhere, trust me, if in your heart you see that you can do something to help, whether it's visiting, whether it's sending money, whether it's sending materials, whether it's taking a picture, I don't care what it is, wherever you find in your heart that you want to be able to help at, please help, because together, guys, we're going to make this world a better place. Michael Jackson said it best, look in the mirror and then make the change for yourself, and then we can make the change for the world, guys. Pathway to Hope, Evelyn, I love you guys, and please, let's wake up Lagunav, live in Lagunav on the Pathway to Hope.